Hello everybody. I was thinking a lot about states and consciousness recently, so I thought I'd try and do a little clip about that. What are states, first of all? States are the concept we have of ourselves. However we see ourselves is the state that we are in. And there's an infinite amount of states in this world. So we are all living in different states, and the beauty of states is that we can move from one to the other. And I just want to explore, how do we do that? How do we occupy another state and thus bring about a different world, a different environment for ourselves? We are all immortal beings. We're all consciousness. And we're all expressing ourselves through these various states. But we see ourselves as being individuals, and we are individuals in this world. But essentially we're all one, because we all have the same consciousness, God living within us. And it's so interesting because you can just move from one state to another if you really want that. And you can forgive anyone, anything, if you can truly live the feeling, the truth, that we are all just expressing different states. So if somebody is rude or horrible or does you wrong in some way, you can think, well, it's the state that they're occupying. And realize that we're all the same thing, we're all consciousness. That's what we truly are, and we can just see it as, oh, it's that state, so don't take it so seriously. If we're really living it, that is. That's quite hard to do probably, because we get hurt, and that's normal. But my great desire is to move from this state to the state which will bring me my dream, as is the same for everybody. And I have moved through different states in my life so far, and different things have expressed themselves. I know it is possible. Anyway, I wrote down some notes because I always forget what I'm going to say. So in order to change our state, we need to change our concept of ourselves, how we see ourselves. And so how do we actually occupy the state? So I came up with four main things. Number one is desire. So obviously we have to really long to live in that different state, to be a different person. And we need to cultivate yearning, longing, and this desire with all your heart to be different than what you are. Number two, we need to have physical immobility. We need to be in a very relaxed state. And Neville Goddard often talks about imagining the wish fulfilled before you fall asleep in that really relaxed state. Or you could be lying on the sofa, you could have your eyes closed, you could have them open, but I find it really helps to shut out all the senses and all the stimulus around me and just go deep into my imagination. So I prefer having my eyes closed. Neville Goddard wrote this in one of his books. Physical immobility increases the power of concentration and allows us to focus more attention on the mental image of our desire. The energy of the mind is accessed when the body is stilled and the senses turned within. So we can focus more on the mental, that's obvious. And so it's important to do this first thing in the morning and last thing at night, when we can actually lie down and relax, maybe when we wake up, when we fall asleep. And then the feeling that's generated from imagining this scene from being in the state, which is what I'm going to get onto, number 3. We carry that around with us all day. So number 3 is occupy the state. When you know what you want, you're thinking of it. But that's not enough. You have to begin to think from it. The spanning of the bridge between desire, thinking of, and satisfaction, thinking from, is all important. You need to move mentally from thinking of the end result to thinking from the end result. So we imagine a scene that implies our desire is realized. Maybe a friend or a member of your family congratulating you on something, and you just feel really happy, but you're actually in that scene. You're not seeing yourself, you're seeing the person you're talking to. So you just get really into that as though that's happening right now. How does it feel? And then when you open your eyes, it's almost like it's a shock to be in your present environment because you were so in the scene and feeling that feeling, and carry that feeling around with you. Make as vivid a representation of the scene as you can using all your senses. So you're speaking, you're hearing, you're seeing, you're touching, and very important, you're moving in the scene. I don't know why that's so important, but Neville Goddard does mention it very often. So physically moving in the scene. I need to contemplate that one. And when you merge yourself in the feeling of achieving your dream, you should feel a sense of fulfillment and gratitude to the power within you for bringing this into your life, and give thanks. Just be like, thank you so much for giving me this thing, and just feel so grateful for it, and really believing that you have it. And number 4 is the assumption of the wish fulfilled. I really like this one because I just find it such fun just to assume, and just the relaxed feeling that comes with that, and the playfulness, I suppose. So this is about carrying the feeling around that's generated from the scene all day, and just living from that feeling, and just telling yourself that you are happy, you're healthy, I am healthy, I am successful, and I am going to do this, and you start making plans about what you're doing through that feeling, because you're playing just like a child in make-believe and imagining that you're already there. And that's what's going to bring it about. If you really believe that you're already there, it will start to appear in objective reality. And when you're actually living in that feeling, that is it. You're in the state. You're feeling it right now. It's real. It's just the physical has to start to manifest around you. And that takes a bit of time. But you are actually, it is real. You're acting like it's make-believe, but it's real. You're actually in the state when you're imagining the state, because it's all in the imagination. So maybe you can get some fulfillment from that, and be more inclined to practice it regularly when you realise, yes, I am actually in the state. So, yeah, those are the 4 main things. Desire, physical immobility, and occupying the state, and assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. I was also thinking about states that if you truly believe that everybody is occupying a particular state, you're less inclined to hold things against them, like to have a feeling of ill will against them if they do you wrong in any way, shape or form, because you can realise that they are actually just expressing the state they're dwelling in. Because we're all actually immortal beings. We're all consciousness. We're all God. And we've just forgotten who we are. And we can know this intellectually, but until we have an experience of it, we're not going to just feel that constantly. We have to keep reminding ourselves, we have to keep studying and telling ourselves that we are that, and using I am to tell ourselves what we are, as in, I am happy, I am confident, I am totally fulfilled, I'm a child of the Most High God, I am the power that lives within me. You can say so many things that will uplift you and bring what you want into the world. I was listening to a clip by Neville Goddard just this morning, and he was talking about investing your mind and your speech in the fulfilled desire rather than spending. And investing is you're going to get something back from it. But when you spend, you don't get anything back. Well, the thing you bought, but investing is the best. So instead of thinking bad things about other people, think good things and imagine dialogues which show that you have what you want in this world. Use your speech to express the state that you wish to live in, and your mind to imagine scenes that will happen when you're in that state. These are the two main ways that we differ from any other living being. In other words, the animals. We have got the power of mind and the power of speech, and we should use them accordingly so that our lives are really fulfilling and satisfying, and we achieve our aim and help others. So let's do it. So we pass through so many different states in our journey before we wake up fully and realize that we are God. So why not consciously decide to live in particular states which will allow you to achieve everything that you want to, and start today. So just be the person that you want to be now. Imagine what that looks like. Imagine how you would feel, and start to act through it until it's real. What is it that's saying about fake it until you make it? It just came to me. Fake it until you make it. That's a really good one. And it's not like behaving in a fake way, but you just know the person that you want to be, and you're stepping into it and speaking from the feeling of the new concept as often as possible. And physically as well, physically and mentally, you're coming from the new state, and then you become it. So, I think that's all I want to say about states. I think they're fascinating, and I want to really use it to forgive people when they are not as kind as I think they should be, and that's all about expectation as well. You don't have to remain in the state that you're in right now. You can move to another one. It is possible. Start doing it now. And, here's a good sentence. The state has all the things necessary to externalize itself, but you are the occupant power. You have to go into the state and dwell there. It doesn't work without you. It's like Neville Goddard said in The Secret of the Sperm. That's a very good clip of his. It's like the state is an egg, and we like the sperm, and we have to go and fertilize the egg. And then we bring it to life. We animate the state and live from it. But all the states are all out there, like infinite eggs. And we just decide which egg we're going to occupy. We are the power, but we have to choose the correct state. So that's it, really. Hope you liked it. let me know what you think. Let me know how you are occupying the state, any tips for anybody that might help, and all the best with that. Take care and look forward to doing another clip soon. Bye.